think so.
Yeah, it hasn't. I think it's because we started recording well ahead of time, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we started recording ahead of time, and then did I turn that off and then turn it back on?
Do you want to go and
God,
check?
I've got the fear. Can you imagine you get 40 minutes into something and then you're like, hello, we're on. We're on. Oh, sorry, I nearly left you hanging.
Don't leave me hanging.
Oh,
how's your leg?
Yeah, sore. Don't come near it.
It does look sore, actually.
It's just so. I'm prone to like infection because I hammer out 20,000 steps a day. So when you have this leg got infected and then this leg got infected, because there's nowhere kind of for the swelling to go. So it just gets hotter and hotter and hotter and bigger and bigger and bigger. But she put some second skin on it, and normally second skin doesn't stay on me, but I've got some. So we did a layer of second skin, and then I left it on for 24 hours. Then I took it off, reapplied it when it was a bit damp, and left it on again for another maybe 12 hours. And I think it's that critical 48 hours.
Really?
Because obviously there's a lot going on here.
It's like cling film, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a film that goes on top of it. And obviously the problem is with this, it's like the whole of this area is like done. So, but I'm hammering it because I've wanted it. The problem is because I've just competed.
Yeah.
I can't have this done when I'm in comp prep.
No, of course.
Because I just need to be concentrating on that. So I've got another session to do this section here, and then I've got another little gap here.
It's pretty. It's pretty.
I'd like a little ladybug, I think. And then I think we're going like more. So one of my favourite my dyslexia, my brain's going. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. You
one
all
of
right,
my favourite tattoos is actually my lily, but I can't see it. So I think I'd like a lily on this side.
Okay.
And that's my favourite flower. Do you have a favourite flower?
Probably a lotus flower.
A lotus flower.
Lotus flower, which is actually your logo, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, quite like those.
But yeah.
If I was to go to the shop and buy some flowers, I'd probably get lilies. Like, they're my favourite, I think.
I know they smell nice for a while.
Yeah, but they're not good for animals, are they? They're meant to. I always snip the. When I had pets, I snip the stems out because they're not good. They're not good.
But no, all is good. My leg's very hot, and I've actually been doing a lot less. It's been really hard, but I've kind of needed it. I'm very tired.
Every time I speak to you, like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm resting. I'm like, are you feeling all right, love?
No, I do know. I do. Where's my tea? I do know when I need to. I always know when I need to push and pull, and I always have planned
That's good.
pull time. So I knew that coming off the back of the comp was going to be pull time. Obviously, today's the last day that the breakthrough people can join us. So once that's done, but I'm actually already ahead of time. I thought that we were going to Thailand in a week.
We said this earlier this morning, didn't we? Like, no,
I was like, I'm like, I'm planning, like, obviously I've got to front load content for like 6 weeks because I don't want to come back as well and be like, shit, I've got all this to do. So I'm front loading at the minute, and I was like, I've got no time. And then I was like, oh, I've just gained an extra week. This is brilliant. So I'm buzzing at the minute. I feel really ahead. I've got a whole day of like work admin today, which is normally a training day, and I've had the week off training because I am knackered after the weekend.
I think you had so much going on, didn't you? And then you was poorly, and then obviously the comp. Tell us about the comp. How did it go? Like, what happened?
It was so good. So
I came and supported, and it was lush to see you in a different environment.
It was so good. I don't think we've really debriefed it because we come back and then we were just all ravenous where we went to the pub. But the debrief is, I will always say this, the day never goes as well as I want it to. Okay. And I think upon reflection, I now have more emotional growth as to why that happens. I have really high expectations of myself. So with high expectations either comes with extreme exceeding or marginal disappointment. And I'm learning to cope with that now. Like, I know that actually I wanted the 500 total. I totaled on 480, which was 5 kilos less than my previous best. I missed my first squat on depth, which was a really stupid mistake, but I did turn around. I was like, oh, why didn't I get it? And then when I actually watched all the videos back, I mean, I was really fucking lucky to get one of them, to be fair. Like, they all looked pretty high. But this isn't me making excuses at all. As I said last episode, I had a really, really difficult week. I lost 2 nights sleep. I was due on. And although you can't time when you're going to come on your period, and I'm not that person to be like, I'm going to have a crap session because I'm on my period, or I'm going to be on my period. Sometimes you can control the controllables. So obviously I tried to rest, I did less steps, I ate more food. But sometimes the uncontrollables, you can't control.
No, you
And the
can't.
second I picked up 155 kilos in the warm-up room, it felt like fucking lead on my back.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. And I was
we didn't see you in the warm-up rooms because obviously it was screened off.
And I
which is probably
I
good for
don't
you.
say anything. It's in my head. And then when I'm in my head, I'm like, right, okay. But the controllables were good. Like what you could control, you controlled. So you're just going to have to put it together on the day. And actually, I PB'd on squat with 205 kilos, which is a triple bodyweight squat, which I'm fucking buzzing about to do that on the platform. I actually bought a new bench shirt, and the bench shirt arrived on the Saturday. I tried it on, did a couple of reps in the gym and wore it on the Sunday, and it moved okay. I got 105, which was what we were aiming for. But again, that's 10 kilos under my best ever. But I've got, I mean, I'm paying the price now. My shoulder is so sore. My elbows are okay, but I have got elbow tendonitis at the minute. And then deadlift was such a shitter.
Do you know what though? I'm sorry, but
I would have given me my third.
I would have given you third, and Dale was actually stood by us when you did the third, and we were like, what are they doing? Like, they're making her hold it at the top for fucking ages. Like, you know, when you went, and I was like, are they going to let her pull it down?
I mean, it's a good job I can hold it for ages.
I was like, what?
So I got my first, 170. Red lighted on my second for soft knees, which sometimes I can do in training. So
you know,
we've got to learn that actually
that
it's to be honest, Luce, it's actually laziness. No, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's years
you
and years,
lazy never
years of having back issues,
okay.
protecting my lower back.
Yeah.
I've developed a soft lockout. So it's just something I need to fix. Like, you can't get away with it. Like I say to you, the habits that you build and you do in training, that's what you're going to do on the platform.
Yeah.
So, and then my third, I arguably thought I'd got it. I was confused as to why I didn't. But I think this is why I'm not disappointed. I actually pulled 180 twice.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So, do you know what I mean? And I got a qualifying total. I was a little bit disappointed, but and this is what one of the girls said to me. Previously, I would have held on to this for like maybe a week, been really upset about it. But the reality is, I'd got the job done. I PB'd one of my lifts under really, I actually had, we got a flat tyre on the way there. Really crap circumstances. And sometimes it's just one of those days, and that's chill.
Yeah. I was really like, I don't know how proud's the right word, but like I was like, oh, she's going to be really disappointed because I knew you was going in because you wanted like your 500. Bobby obviously got hers, so she was buzzing, weren't she? So then I was like, oh, I wonder how Kate will feel because she didn't get it, but then Bobby did. Obviously, I know you're super... I didn't
even think about it like that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, but I was super proud of you. And I think before we went, you had sort of said to me, Luce, can you just like tell everybody not to sort of... Not talk to you, but like let you be in your zone.
I'm not going to, like, when you get to a competition. So when I got there, I was late because of the flat tyre.
So that puts you in
that put me in stress.
Like, shit, yeah.
And then when I got there, it was really weird because normally you just have time to do all your stuff. And they were like, oh, Katie needs to do this, Katie needs to do this, Katie needs to do this, Katie needs to do this. And I was like, fuck,
what the hell?
I just need to eat my breakfast. Like, I need to get some food in me. And not because I was hungry, more because I needed food in my tummy
to be able to lift. Perform, yeah.
And yeah, it was just really chaotic. And when you get there, like you're like Bobby, I really wanted to be able to watch Bobby. I couldn't see any of Bobby's lifts. I was watching the scores on the sheet to see what Dell had inputted because Dell was handling her, but I didn't see anything.
No.
And it was.
I think that's a little bit. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but for me, I think it would be that would make it more nerve wracking because I want to be able to see what's going on. You're like blind to what's coming. But no, like you said, don't. I'd said to the girls as we were driving, I was like, oh, you know, I was chatting to Kate and she's just asked us if we'll be mindful about how we approach because she'll be in the zone trying to think about get ready.
Me, I didn't want to be like in a state and then snap at somebody.
Yeah,
but you didn't. Be short.
But you didn't. You actually, because you messaged me, you'd called me, hadn't you, and said, "Can you get Bobby or can you ask Bobby to look at her phone?" And I was like, "Bob's," and she was like, "I ain't got my phone." But then you came out in between your lifts, and I think that was lovely.
Yeah.
Did you know, like when you was up there doing your do, could you hear us shouting, "Go, Kate"? Because
because it's like you're pure like tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Like all you're focusing on is that moment at that time.
Yeah.
And you're like the judge in front of you, because you've got to be present with the judge, because the judge is then your instructions.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, it was a really,
all
really
going,
good day.
Go on, Kate, go on.
Yeah, it was fab. And I can hear you. I think I had a really bad competition at Manchester, and the two girls were sat in front of me, and I was like, didn't know where to look.
And these
you
were
know
your
what I mean?
friends,
Yeah,
were they?
yeah. And I don't know, but then that was it was a bad comp. It wasn't their fault. But I think but also you should be able to, as a lifter, you should be able to zone out and be in that moment. And that's maybe what I learned from that competition. But also, if you have got people there and you need something from them, I'm okay just to ask for it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, it was a good day. It was a really, really good day. I need to chill. We've got the beach shoot in Thailand now. And then it's going to be all about work up until Christmas. And then the British will be in January. And then I want to qualify to do like, what is it's called like the Fit Fest, the Arnold Fest. I like to do fun comps.
So leading on to that, obviously Rowan came with me and Rossi as well. And one of the things from a spectator's perspective and viewing these people was, we were like, shit, we can lift as heavy as them. And they're in that. And that was, I came away even as a spectator thinking, oh, I can lift heavy. Do you know what I mean? It gave me a bit of a buzz. And Rowan was like, should we enter a competition? I was like, oh, yeah, okay, maybe then. So but like you're saying, do fun. I think that would be really, I said to Rowan, should we just do it? She's like, yeah, let's do it. So I think we're going to, she mentioned, is it
IPF. So
IPF?
I compete in the IPF. It's actually really interesting. So I'm thinking of switching feds.
Okay.
Just because I think sometimes like the IPF's quite clinical.
Okay, explain what you mean. I know what clinical means.
The music wasn't very loud.
Yeah.
The crowd is up there, but they could have been a bit more. Whereas like there are some other federations where it's a bit noisier, a bit more of an atmosphere. But the downside to some of them federations is they run their comps all day, so that everybody would do squat, everybody would do bench, everybody would do deadlift, and obviously that's a like 8 a.m. start, 6 p.m. finish. That is not what I want from a day. Like I'm a quick lifter. Like I do full SBD with John in an hour and a half to 2 hours. Like I'm quick at lifting, but yeah, but it'll be good. So I think we'll do the Christmas max out session in. The plan is to do like a fun lift club in November, and then the Christmas max out.
Yeah.
So that'll be quite a fun environment. We could kind of all do that, and we could run it as like, just have a bit of fun with it really. Have a couple of like maybe 2 or 3 platforms, and you all rotate in.
Yeah. For anybody
up to like top deadlift, do you know what I mean? Or top squat.
I think anybody that hasn't done, a lift club with Kate, it's definitely, the vibe is just, it's amazing. Yeah. I think just for like Rowan and I, like we were just like, oh wow, even at competition level, like we can actually lift as heavy as them, and it just gave us that motivation. We were like, oh, maybe we should give it.
Yeah, it's always just fun. It's nice to challenge yourself. Like I like to have the goals to challenge myself against me.
Yeah, it was really good. And then we went for a roast didn't we?
And then when we were at the roast, this was what we were going to talk about today. We wanted to talk about like embarrassing gym moments. Because obviously all sorts happens at a comp. Like, I'm struggling to get out my kit. I'm standing there in my pants, my bum hanging out. Can't get out of my fucking squat suit. John's pulling it down. I'm pulling my skin out the suit. Like, it's a bit of a disaster. And we asked the girls at dinner, didn't we? Like, come on, all give us, like, an embarrassing moment, and then we can chat about it. Come on, what was on the list?
Okay, so one of them was nipples having their own mind.
Is that Rowan?
No, it was me and Rowan, I think. But I think, like, I don't know, like, I don't actually get embarrassed about that. Like,
about your nipples?
No, I don't. My nipples do have a mind of their own. Like, they just decide when they want to be erect and not erect, and that's just it. But often I do go to the gym, don't realise they're erect, and find somebody staring at me. I'm like, what are they staring at? And then I look down and go,
it's because you're a babe.
Right, that's what they're staring at.
It's because you're a babe.
I don't know about that.
But like also, when you were younger, yeah?
Yeah.
And then like, you were like, you look at your own nipples and you were like, well, my nipples don't look like everybody else's nipples. Everybody else's nipples look really weird.
There's such variations.
Big diversities of nipples.
Yeah.
Like, I think fucking people are diverse. Nipples are a whole different fucking breed.
They are. They really are.
Like, even men's nipples as well. You've got like the little button things, and then you've got the big fucking brown ones.
Yeah.
And then you've got some who've got really big nip bits.
Yeah.
They're massive.
I have been known to like put like a little bit of like cotton wool in my bra before because I'm
See,
like,
I don't really have like massive nipple problems. I literally think my nipples just blend into my skin. They're very white girl nipples.
I don't know what that means.
Like just a bit pinky. Okay. They're just slightly a different colour. They're not like brown.
How do we always get to these conversations? It's so funny.
Don't know. I'll show you in Thailand.
I'm like, thanks, can't wait. I'm really excited now.
Fucking hell. You'll end up with getting a copy of mine.
You're funny. One of the other things was for ladies, like wetting themselves.
Not just ladies. Even Brad has said this at Lift Club.
Did he? Oh, okay.
So
I thought it was more of a female thing.
Last, we were talking about mindset and... no, it wasn't the last one. It was 2 ago, wasn't it? And psychological elements of, like, lifting and stuff and, like, what worries you about the gym. And one of the most common things that people get embarrassed about or nervous about at the gym is incontinence. Why are you laughing? This is a serious subject.
Shall I tell you why I'm laughing? Because this happened to me. And you know what happened to me at the gym.
I think you're about to share the story.
I can share the story, but at the time I was absolutely mortified. Now, do you remember when I messaged you going, this has happened, blah, blah, blah. You're like, Lucy, don't worry about it. And then I actually had to go on YouTube and research it and watch lifters actually piss themselves to make sure I'm normal. Because I was like, this is not normal, Kate. You were like, yes, Lucy. It is. You're lifting heavy.
Yeah, and I think this was when we were in comp prep, wasn't it? Because it happened just before the comp. Yeah. So I think there is a normality to it and there isn't a normality to it. Let's be really clear about that. Like, if you are somebody who is struggling with incontinence regularly when you are lifting a moderate amount of weight, then that is a core issue.
Yeah.
Or other issues, please seek medical advice. But that is a core issue.
Yeah.
You really need to focus on strengthening your pelvic floor, strengthening your core muscles, because that isn't, I don't think that is normal. That is really a weakness here.
Yeah. But then you have exercises, like when you're part of your coaching, you actually provide the exercises to build
somebody
your
said
core.
That to me. Somebody said, my ab session's really basic, and I'm like, yeah, because I actually want you to be focusing on your pelvic floor and your abdominal howling muscles, and not just trying to get a fucking burn when you want, because you want a six pack. I want you to actually focus on the basics, because the basics will carry through. But there is a time in people's lives where you will lift a certain amount of weight and you might have an accident. And secondly, it can also, for women, be cycle dependent and whether you have or haven't had children. So when I gain a little bit of weight, I always find that when I put my belt on and I deadlift or I'm squatting, I have occasionally had an accident.
It's pulling here and it's
the
pushing
belt's
down.
too tight and I've put on a bit of weight and it's all pushing. But the second I lose the weight and I'm back to where I was before, it totally disappears.
Yeah.
But then equally, I always do core activation stuff before I warm up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's normal. I think it's normal to a degree. But if you are pissing yourself every fucking session, please seek medical advice.
Yeah. From a boy's perspective, this was a bit of a touchy subject when we were talking about it through the roast. Twitchy Willy.
I think you just. Oh, what are we talking about?
We were talking about when Cyprus was little, but I'm not, bless him.
And then I threw Derek
under
the bus.
You threw Del under the bus, and then it was like, do men, accidentally sometimes?
I don't think we even got onto the subject because it got a bit sensitive.
Because he was like, "What do you mean, Del?" Because I said, "So what happens, Del, if that happens in the gym?" He's like, "Oh, you just stay on a machine for longer." And you were like, "Well, what do you mean that happens to you? Why does it happen to you?" I was like, right, time out. Let's forget this conversation.
So why does it happen?
I don't know.
Oh, well, what I need research. Ask ChatGPT why it happens, please.
Oh my goodness.
Give me another talking point to talk about.
Okay.
Then we'll come back to that one.
This is quite a funny one. Can you please explain Terry the toe? Because I have never, ever known a toe to be called Terry.
I can explain that while you chat GTP.
Yeah.
So, Derek calls things. So he calls, what is it? It's like a noun where you call like, so be like, pass me out the screwdriver. Fucking hell, he just fell out my hand.
Right.
Like, so he refers to like objects as like he's or she's and shims. So when Derek's in a mood, quite frequent, he has different alter ego names. So when he's grumpy, he's called Gus. So I'll tell you a funny story. Last time we were in Thailand, we were ordering an acai bowl, and the acai bowl people were like, what would you like written in the bowl? And I was like, Derek, what do you want written on your bowl? Do you want your name? And he was like, he was hangry, and he was like, oh, I don't know, Kate. Why are you asking me these questions? And I was like, you're a fucking... I nearly called him C-O-N-T. So I was like, you're a dick. So what I did was I had Gus written across the middle of the bowl, like Grumpy Gus, because that's what I call him when he's being a dick. And the bowl come out and he was like in stitches,
he was
like
laughing.
absolute stitches, yeah. But I also call him Sally. So Luce, I don't know, it's just a ring of the tongue. There's nothing about it like Terry the toe. Like Terry's just a big guy, isn't he, normally?
Yeah, but I was like, you were like, Lucy, can you move your Terry toe in a little bit? And I was like, well, which one's fucking Terry, mate? Because
But it's not the little one, is it?
Well, I don't know.
That'd be little Lily.
Tiny Terry.
Tiny toe.
Tiny Terry toe.
Tilly toe. That would be the little toe, because Tilly's a little name.
Well, please let us know if you've ever known your toe to be called Terry.
It's not like that, though. It's Terry.
It's Terry. Terry the door.
Go on, then. What have we got on Twitchy Willies?
Okay, so the question to ChatGTP was, why would men get a twitchy willy at the gym?
Do I want to know what the answer is?
It's quite interesting, actually. A twitchy willy feeling at the gym can happen for a few reasons, most of which are normal and not harmful. Here are some likely explanations.
Not for his willy, just for his
Increased
personality.
blood flow, pelvic floor muscle activity, nerve stimulation, adrenaline and arousal overlap, fatigue or dehydration. Usually it's nothing to worry about. If the twitching is frequent, painful, or comes with other symptoms like numbness, persistent erections, or urinary issues, it's worth checking with a doctor.
We're like the professional medical support team today. Anyway.
With the support of ChatGTP. So, twitchy willy at the gym for men is quite normal.
Just in case you're a man and you're listening to this.
Yeah.
Next.
Or women that see a man with a willy that's twitchy.
If you see him... Oh, my Lord. This is getting out of control.
Anyway, next.
What you got?
So what else did we talk about at the roast?
Can't remember. That was a week ago. Where are we?
Lucy's mum came. Mummy Mel. She's lush, ain't she?
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, go on then. The cat story.
So we were like, oh, what sort of things do you want to talk about? Like, what funny things have you got to share? And...
Embarrassing gym moments, and this is what she said.
Yeah, embarrassing gym moments was the topic. And she said... I buried the wrong cat once, and we were all like,
What?
What, at the gym?
It was like, and she told the story, and it was...
It just got worse and worse.
It just got worse, but anyway, we don't need to go into whose cat she buried, because I don't think she knows.
She doesn't even know whose cat she buried, but she buried a cat, basically thinking it was her own. Go
on then, what are your, your top most embarrassing gym moment would be number 1, incontinence. What would be number 2?
So number 1 would be if I went into the gym and I was having a worry, like what are the 3 things I'm worrying about? What number 1 would be incontinence.
Tenor.
Yeah, tenor lady. Number 2 would be failing. Like if I lifted big and I failed and I'm on my own, like how do I deal with that? Like when I come to my PT sessions, because you're there and others are there, there's an element of confidence that I know someone's got me.
Safe, yeah.
So when I go to the gym on my own, I don't lift as heavy because I'm frightened.
Yeah, totally. But I think that's quite normal. I don't think that's embarrassing. It's normal, isn't it? Like a lot of people suffer with gym anxiety. So I think the biggest 3 things you can do to make yourself feel safe is number 1, I'll give you a few tips for all. Number 1 with squats, actually experience a failed lift. So take somebody with you who you would feel confident standing behind you. Put a moderate weight on the bar. Like, for example, if you're a 70 kilo squatter, maybe load 40 or 50. And upload the safeties. The safeties should be, obviously, when you're in the bottom of your squat, your safeties probably should be about here on your shoulder, midpoint in your shoulder. And what you basically want to do is go down, come slightly out of the hole, and then what you want to do is flick the bar backwards slightly and you go forwards. Okay, because the biggest fear is you don't want your neck stuck underneath the bar. So that would be how to fail it. And you just have somebody behind you, and that person behind you would be kind of pulling the bar away as you're falling forwards. So that would be one, making sure the safety is the right height, making sure you've experienced a fail. Bench, again, they're in the gym. For failed bench presses, there's always racks, isn't there? Like bench presses. Some of them don't have safety arms. Okay, so if you're in a gym that doesn't have safety arms and there's enough squat racks, bench in the squat rack.
Okay.
So that you can put the safeties up high enough and you feel supported. The second thing is don't put clips on the side of the bench. So if you're ever in a position where you feel like you're going to fail a bench, roll the bench downwards so it comes down to your tummy, and then just slide the bar one way, slide the bar the other, and the plates will fall off the side.
Oh, that's a good trick. Didn't know that one.
Deadlift. Just make sure you don't pick anything up that's too heavy that you're going to hurt yourself. So that would be the three.
So incontinence, failing. And then I think the third one, and actually Steph mentioned it in a PT session. Good old Steph. Wanted to give Steph a little shout out. But I think we all struggle with this, is like when you go to a machine or a squat rack and the equipment is not there that you need. Like, someone's busy. She said about the bar, didn't she? And I was like, actually, that's happened to me before. Like, there's not a bar at the squat rack. Where do the bars live?
And then you have to try and get the bar out.
And then you have to get the bar up, out. Then you have to twist it and get it on. And that is.
But I also think with that scenario, like, I know every single person who is watching this right now is about to go, I'm not doing that. There was a man there that had turned around and said, if you're looking for the bars, they're there.
Yes.
That moment there would have been, would you mind just helping me get it out the rack, please?
Yeah.
Like, these people in the gym that you think are fucking aliens, they are so helpful.
Yeah.
Like, there is so many people in the gym that and don't get me wrong, yes, I am. I don't think it's even gym confidence. I just think it's general confidence. Like, I'm not afraid to say how I feel. I'm not afraid to say if I need something. I'm not afraid to be like, don't do that. Like, don't do that. But like, it's the same for the gym. Like, the worst thing that's going to happen is that person's going to say no.
I think this was when I first started with you. Do you remember I went to the gym and I was like, I really need to do bench. Like, it's in my program. And there was these two young guys on the bench, and I was like, they're probably the same age as my son. Like, I can't ask them if I can get in with them. Do you know what I mean? But I did. I thought, do you know what? Kate keeps telling me to have some balls and have the confidence. So I just went over and was like, hi, guys, have you got long on the bench? And they were like, oh, yeah, we've got a few more sets, but you can jump in with us if you want.
Literally, everybody says
and
that.
And I was like, let me breathe. And I was like, okay, then, if you don't mind. They were like, yeah, come on. And I was really nervous. Like, they were the same age as my son. I was like, they probably think I'm like this granny. Anyway, that out the window. And they were the nicest guys ever, right? They really helped me. They actually loaded the weights for me. They completely looked after me. And then do you know what one of the lads went? He went, your form is really good. And I was like, yes, boss in the bench.
The thing is, so 3 things will happen. So this was going to be one of my points. My points wasn't going to be, Axel, can you come and sit down, please? Come over here.
Come on,
good
mate.
Boy. My 3 points for, like, one of them was going to be around, like, when there's equipment in use.
Right,
like, it is something that does bother me. But, so 3 things you need to do. Number 1, the person's going to be like, yes, absolutely, I've got 1 more set left.
Yeah.
The second thing they're going to say is, no, I've got 2 more sets left. And then you say, do you mind letting me know when it's free, or do you mind if I wait here?
Yeah.
That's the second one. The third one is, they're just going to say no.
Yeah.
And actually, the biggest thing that we worry about is the rejection.
Yeah.
So actually we're upset. So what does that matter if that person said no? Like if they want that machine to themselves and they want to have that space, absolutely fine. It's their right to do so. You just need to wait.
Yeah.
Like having the confidence to just be like, oh, would you mind just helping me get out the thing? Or do you mind if I just jump in with you? They're going to say no or they're going to say yes. Like it's really not that scary.
Yeah, I think the only scary thing is if they say no, and if you've got like a little bit of OCD like me, where you're like, right, I have to do these, I have to do my exercises in the order that they're in the app, which you don't have to do, right? Or maybe some you do. I don't know. Maybe you can explain that. How do you prepare yourself for a no? Then where do you go from there?
You have to be patient.
Okay.
Or if you want to be
in your app, that when
if you want to be OCD, no, you don't have to. As long as you do like your compound lift first, because that's obviously the point of it, is that you're doing it first before you're fatigued, and then you go on and then do your accessories. Accessories, for anybody who don't know, I've been asked this question about 5 times this week. So if we're describing exercises, we're going to say like our top set, which is like for me, because we power lift, is like our big compound lift. So it's going to be your squat, your bench, your deadlift is going to be the top lift up there. We then move on to accessories. So if you imagine your squat as like the sexy black dress, your accessories are the leg press, the Bulgarian split squats, the earrings and the jewellery that go along with it to make the black dress look better. Yeah? So that's how I would describe an accessory. But
I like that analogy.
Thank you. I thought of it myself. You don't have to do the accessories in the same order. Obviously there is a preferred order.
But it's not a life or death situation.
Yeah. So I think like that is where a lot of gym anxiety comes from. Rejection, not being able to follow the plan because you're a perfectionist. But actually, if you remove those things from that, actually, there's not really that much to worry about at all. And the only last one is worrying that you're going to do something stupid. But if you have an amazing fucking coaching community, then you wouldn't be worrying about that because they'd be checking your form.
And on that note...
No, we literally can't take any more clients on at the minute. Okay, so you've got... incontinence, like fear of like, is the equipment going to be free, and failure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think mine would be, this is probably more of me on a sensitive day. The embarrassing gym thing is going to be like, is there going to be that, is there going to be a rack that I can use? Is it going to be shit? Is it going to be like, that's probably more my one. I actually don't go to the gym that often. So I do have a lot of gym anxiety when I go to a gym because I'm like, for me, it's actually what will people think of me?
Really?
Yeah, literally, 100%.
Oh, I didn't think you would think like that.
Yeah, I do. And then I just get over myself. It happens for like 30 seconds and then I'm done with it.
Yeah, I guess...
Because I stand out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, tattoos, purple hair. People are like, oh, hello, who's this that's just come into the gym?
Fucking scrunch so far up my arse, it's in my arsehole. Actually, to be fair, I ordered some we're talking about leggings again. I ordered some ridewear leggings and the scrunch bum is literally like, I'm pretty sure it's trying to violate me. I did keep them.
It's gone like that. It's got some side panel on it that's going like that.
Side panel, and then it's lifting me up and then it's getting in me butt crack. But right in there. So every time I wear them, I'm not pulling them back out again.
I got some leggings I showed Kate. She said, are you trying to copy me?
So no. Del and Lucy, I've got two,
Hi, darling.
definitely take it as a compliment, but I do take the piss out of them. Del's the same, so I'll buy something, and then 2 minutes later, Del's bought one, so I've got a new toothbrush. Del appears with a new toothbrush, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, you had a new toothbrush, I want a new toothbrush.
I remember at school, and I went home to my mum and said, Mum, such and such is copying me, and my mum always said to me,
it's a compliment.
It's a compliment, Lucy. If someone's copying you, it means... but they like your idea. I was like, oh, okay. So there you go. If someone's copying you, my dear, it's because it's a compliment.
So when that person, when you're copying that person in the gym doing a really weird exercise, it's because they're like a gym god. Yeah. And on that note, you can close. I always close.
Oh, so yeah. On that note, then, this is the end of episode 5. Oh, we hope you've enjoyed it. And that sounds so ridiculous.
Tell them to subscribe.
I know. please subscribe to us. We are on...
Please
will you subscribe to us? We are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, we are on Instagram, and we are on TikTok. And we would be really grateful if you would give us some feedback. Feedback will make us grow. And as you know from the previous pod, we want to be famous podcasters.